Accepting the now. Sometimes, excuse my voice, I don't know what's going on. I know my baby, he had a cold. He's been fighting a cold maybe about for 2 weeks. It's like it's here 2 days, gone 2 days. His nose was running. Then it came back. Then it went away. But I never had a cough or a sniffle. And I noticed a little something like in the back of my throat a little bit. I took a little bit of turpentine. But then it went away, and then next thing you know, my voice just started leaving. So I said, ooh, this is going to be interesting. Trying to talk so I won't, if this is annoying, I won't talk too much. I thought about doing a silent sitting. But then I said, well, let's see. We'll just sit here and we'll see what comes up. And hopefully I won't, it won't be too annoying. I didn't want to leave it, basically. So we'll just go right in. Sometimes, you know, like you said, in some days we have, and it seems like everything is just flowing perfectly. And then we have those other days where it seems like either it's mind stuff that's going on, which is always mind stuff. When is it not mind stuff? But sometimes, you know, you may get into it. People at your job, or they seem to be, you know, more complaining, or the environment may feel hostile, or maybe at home there may be some disagreements, or just anything, you know, it doesn't matter. But just days that are not, you know, so sunshiny as others. And in those moments, sometimes we could resist. We want to try to change the environment, which a lot of times we can just by being in the moment, in ourselves. But more so about just accepting the moment. Some things, not everything, you know, it's going to turn to where it looks comfortable or feels comfortable. Sometimes, you know, others want to bring drama. And if they do, you know, it's okay. You can accept that too. I mean, you don't have to get into tuffles or, you know, escalate anything more than it is. A lot of times, just taking your hands off of it and letting go. Because there will be times that you go through things and not everything is sunshiny. Just because you realize yourself, or you're on the path to this path of realizing yourself, you will have moments where that are challenging. And in these challenging times, just remember yourself. Remember that love. Sometimes it's hard because in the thick of things, when you're having to deal with situations that arises, you can't deal with it from a higher perspective. Sometimes your mind will try to pull you into things in a negative sense. And, you know, you'll start to react in that way. And, you know, when you feel yourself doing that, don't beat yourself up. There's no need to beat yourself up, feel like you failed or anything of that nature. It's just that the moment you recognize that you were pulled in, it's okay to just go back to the now. Be okay, or accept the now, or accept the moment. Accept that, you know, whether it's good or what we perceive as bad, good or bad, accept it, you know. What more can you do? You can't change others' outlook on how they view their reality, or how they perceive their experience. We're not able to do that, you know. Sometimes you may have others that are willing to be open to other perspectives, but not all the time. Not everyone is on the path of realizing themselves or even recognize that there is a path to that, and that's okay too. And whatever they're experiencing, may be far different from what you're experiencing, far different from what you see. And all the times, everything is not going to be roses and perfect and sunshiny. The rain has to come some days, but the rain is just there to shine a little light on truth, to allow the flowers to bloom, So it may look gloomy one day, the next day it's all roses and green and just sunshiny skies, So the rain is necessary to wash away the dirt sometimes, And it's important to accept and not cling on to one. We can't cling on to ourselves because still that's another desire. And that will create suffering too, because if your expectation or your projections is always to be in heaven, like your external world, you can't accept the changes that comes with it or learn from every circumstances. It can also become, the ego can get involved with that, and start to cling and, be clingy. What's the word I'm looking for? Attached, in an egoic way, to always needing to feel some kind of bliss or have an emotional sense that comes with they feel that's themselves, but that's not true. We was here prior to all emotions, senses, so just accept the now. And when those turbulent times come, it's best to just sit back and observe and learn from them. And if there's something, if a challenge comes up, then address it. Not saying you don't, have to. Sometimes things do need to be addressed. But most times, when everything is fire is going and the brimstone, a perceived brimstone is happening, it's best just to sit back sometimes and just accept what's there and learn if you can. And, encourage yourself with just that peace and that love. And you just change. If nothing else, you can't be an impact to your environment. You can impact yourself. And in turn, that will impact the environment. Because sometimes you'll come across people that just wants to be chaos. That's what they're used to. That's what they want to, they're here for that reason, in the moment. And it's okay to let them be. It's okay to accept them for who they are and not try to change their choice on what they want to experience in that moment. Doesn't mean I have to be a part of their perception, of the chaos. But it's okay to just let it be undone, And that'll save you from a lot of suffering. Because a lot of times, especially when it's our loved ones, we want to jump in and try to fix them and try to make them comfortable. And sometimes if there's someone that is not ready, and they're just used or wanting that chaos, you have to just let them be, especially when things of when there's addictions involved and they're not ready. They're just not ready to let go of whatever it is that they are holding on to or clinging on to, or whatever belief it is that they have. Sometimes they're just not ready, and it's okay, because when they're ready, their heart's open, and some people, they pass on and never ready. But only getting involved in all of that chaos will cause suffering. So it's best to just accept the now. And with that, I'm going to leave it, because I know I feel like I'm pushing, but I did want to at least put something out today. I thought about doing a video of just doing maybe a nature walk with music. But there was just a little bit on my heart, and I wanted to get that out. So thank you for sharing this moment with me. Remember that you are beautiful, and I love you. Bye.